Dudes, holy cow, has it not been freaking forever and ever and ever. What's up, guys? So, as most of you have been following, got the motor back, got the heads back. So, I wanted to give a quick rundown of what was done, what Dennis over at Level Performance did and found, and all this jazz. So, let's begin. So he went through the cylinder heads and found that, if you guys remember, the one valve guide had a big chunk out of it, and that's kind of what started this whole fiasco. Leak down that cylinder was really, really bad. Then I found the chunk in the valve seat, and here we are. So it took him one cylinder head initially, was just going to try to band-aid that, put it back together for the year, and just send it. Upon further inspection, there was one valve bent, that one being the bent one. That particular valve seat, here it is. You can't obviously tell just by looking at it how bent it is, but it's bent. So he called me, said, hey, it's bent. So I said, all right, I tell you what, I'm going to pull the other head. I'm going to bring you both heads. Let's just freshen the heads up. Let's do what's right. So pulled the other head. If you remember, I found some sweet stuff in cylinder 8. Can't really. Engine's out of the car now, obviously. If you remember that, right there, chunk of metal. There was another chunk down there where something somehow made it all the way to the other side of the engine. I don't know if it's from that valve seat chunking. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. Crazier things have happened. Found that on top of the piston, and that in turn kind of nicked the head up too. Luckily, it didn't bounce around the chamber. It actually embedded itself in the piston and just stayed there. So that's when the decision for me, I totally was just going to grind little flat disc, that little high spot off the piston, and call it good. But this 351's kind of been something that has been lingering. That Brian Ward, he was awesome enough to donate to the cause a few years ago, and I just haven't had the time to put the thing together. So I had to take my other head to Dennis. I said, you know what, 351's going with. We're going to do this thing. So really want to do a big stroker motor next year, but it's not in the books anymore. This kind of decided otherwise. So here we are. So Dennis went through the heads, did a very light deck on them, which is cool because they've been decked twice prior. But he just did a real light one on it just to kind of knock off that spot mainly from where that chunk was in the piston there. Nice and clean. Went through, replaced the one valve. All the other valves were fine. New valve seals. Called me again. The springs were a little light on the open side. So I said, we're here, let's just do it. So all new springs, like I said, seals, keepers. So the heads laying over there, they are fresh to death. Still the GT40X heads, guys. Again, I understand these aren't great heads. I know this. You're not telling me anything I don't know. But they are fresh. They have done me well. This will be technically their the original 302, the 308, this 302, and now the 351. This will be their fourth motor I've had them on. And this actually is the cam's same situation. This will be, the cam and heads have all been through the same motors. This will be the fourth motor for that cam as well. The cam is a Crane Power Max. They don't even make this. They don't even grind it anymore. 513 intake, 529 exhaust. I just pulled the cam out today. It looks great. Nothing's wrong. Looks fantastic. So I'm going to run it. So 302's out, obviously. I got to wrap some stuff off of here for this. I got to paint the block. I'm just going to paint it gloss black because the intake is gloss black and it looks freaking sick. American Race Cars absolutely killed it on that. American Race Cars also Did some repair work on this oil pan I got from Brian as well. The front drain plug was wasted on it, so Travis took care of that for me. Welded in my turbo drain for me, took care of that. So we're good to go. I pretty much have everything here. There's nothing I don't have. I got the flex plate. I got a balancer from Joel. You're the freaking man for sending that to me. Got me a flex plate. I got everything. I literally have everything. Only things that are going to hold me up, and I know they're going to hold me up, this is the battles I'm going to have. 2 battles. I got 2 battles I got to fight. One, I know this header over here for sure is most definitely going to hit like right here. I will bet a freaking paycheck on it. At that point, I need to make a decision, and if it's not too bad, I'm just going to literally massage that area to get that header to fit. If it's like aggressively a lot, I'm probably going to have Travis modify the header somehow. I have some ideas of how to do that, but he's a fabricator and he'll tell me otherwise. So battle 1. Battle 2 is going to be the alternator, because now I'm going to run a electric water pump now. The car's already wired for it. When I did the K&R kit, I ran the wires up front. They're just chilling up there for electric water pump. I gutted the thermostat, pretty much made it a restrictor. So I will not have a thermostat anymore. I'm going to use this pretty much as a restrictor. And we're going to have an electric water pump, which is going to be kick freaking ass. I can't wait. So I'm going to have to configure something for the alternator bracket. Now, typically, this would be easy. Plenty of people make sweet alternator brackets for this, for this setup in an electric water pump. My issue is the turbo and all that stuff. So I don't want to say it's unique, what I'm doing. Clearly, this is a common kit. This is a common setup. My cold side is custom. It's not like the way On3 built it. It's just me bolting some shit together and figuring it out. So probably going to have to adjust my cold side coming up, because I'm already envisioning the alternator being on the driver's side on the low, and then I will have to do something maybe different with the cold side over there. So that's battle 2. In my mind, those are my two biggest concerns right there. Everything else is gonna drop in just like 302 did. So I have no fears as far as that goes. I do have different motor mounts for this. I bought, they're a solid, but they're a lower motor mount. So what this will do is this will drop the engine down like 3/4 of an inch. Obviously with the 9.5 deck, it's a taller engine. So I'm trying to keep this hood. I'm not cutting this hood up. So I guess that's a battle I got to fight, but I'll figure it out. I have spacers for the K member. But again, you got to keep in mind when I start doing that, that's going to adjust. That's going to mess with this whole header location and everything. I'm not worried about that header. I'm pretty sure it's got some good clearance over there, but that will also obviously affect that header too once I start dropping things. So I got to be conscious of what I'm doing here. But we'll see. It's just going to be a matter of fitting stuff together and effing around and finding out. You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to be about. So came out today. I'm going to paint the block tomorrow and just start chipping at this thing, guys. So that's it. That's all I got. Level, killed it. Everything looks great. Short block looks great. This thing, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm going to put a bag over it, put it in the corner, and we'll use it later for something. Who knows? But that's it, guys. An update. I know it's been many months since I've made a video or updated anything. It's because was waiting on the engine shop. So here we are. So, all right, dudes. I'm out. You guys have a good weekend. I'll keep you all updated. See ya.